I don't know where this year's gone, but a new month means a brand new pour and sip box, and I'm super excited to share this month's contents with you. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, we have gone all out with this month's box, and there are some really exciting expressions in there from all around the world, some exciting limited editions as well. So let's have a look, let's get stuck in. This is our subscriber box. If you are new, you'll have our welcome pack, which is super sized because it's got 2 tasting glasses in it, and a welcome pack and our how to taste whiskey guide. So if you're new to whiskey, that's like super helpful. It will guide you through how to taste some of these higher ABV spirits particularly. And if you're back for another box like this, great to see you. Let's get stuck in and see what's going on. So let's crack this open. Regardless of which box you've got, the first thing you'll see is our tasting notes, which are super useful, really exciting. I always say if you don't want to know what's coming up and you want to be surprised, look away now, because on one side of each tasting card you've got information about each dram, and then on the other side there's space for you to put your own notes and impressions, and yeah, just generally keep a record of what you're tasting and what you think of it, which is ace. Now onto the whiskies themselves. We have 5 gorgeous drams this time. Well, I mean, not all good every time, right? But this time, I'm really excited about them. So first up, we've got an 8-year-old Talisker right there. 8-year-old Talisker, so yeah, it's a really well-known distillery on the Isle of Skye off the west coast of Scotland. But this one I particularly love because it's from this year's special releases. So parent company Diageo every year release like a collection of stuff that's just a little bit more special. It might have been made in a slightly different way, or be maybe an unusual age statement for the brand. This one is a Talisker that spent some time in Caribbean rum casks. So it's the first time that the distillery's ever played around with those, and it's delicious. And I can't wait for you to try it. Let us know what you think. Next up, we've got another Scotch single malt. This time it's Darkness. And it is a Speyside single malt, and it's super Christmassy. It's from an undisclosed distillery, so a little bit of yeah, sort of secret stuff there. And I genuinely don't know where it's from, otherwise I'd probably drop some hints. But yeah, this is gorgeous. It's full of like Christmas cake notes, and that comes from the sherry casks that it's sort of finished in. But it's not just any old sherry cask. These are tiny little octave casks, teeny weeny weeny, and that gives even more of that flavour to the spirit. So another one to get stuck into. Next up, we've got the Hanson Batch 2 from JJ Corrie. JJ Corrie, incredibly interesting. It's not a distillery and it's not a bottler, it's a bonder, like Irish whiskey bonding. So what they do, they will buy spirit and sort of mature it in their warehouses and then come up with these incredible kind of like concoctions and incredible recipes from the stocks that they've got. So this is a blended grain. If you want to know a little bit about the difference between malt whiskey and grain whiskey, then check our part 2 November live tasting, and we get super geeky there about the differences between them. It's well worth a watch, by the way. I love grain whiskey so much, so get stuck in. Fourth up is another really interesting kind of perspective to take when it comes to grain in whiskey. This is from Kiro. This is Finnish whiskey right here, and it is malt rye. So this is rye whiskey. So if you're used to drinking like single malt, malted barley, this will have a very different flavour profile for you, and it's so exciting to explore, so enjoy that. And then last but by no means least, we're going back over to Scotland, and we have got a Jura whiskey right here. But it's 21 years old, 21. It's been sat in casks for an absolute minimum time of 21 years. That's incredibly exciting. That's literally forever. So if you want to have a feel for what happens to whiskey when it's been casked for a long time, that's really one for you to check out. It's beautiful. All of them are stunning. And yeah, have a wonderful December. Don't forget you can check out our live tastings. Come and join us on the 1st and 3rd Thursday of the month. You can watch them all back on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter if you missed any of them. And most importantly, enjoy the drums.